Last week I looked at that Fostex D5 that had the band switches for the drawer opening and closing. I found the switches at Mauser. I ordered them in. The most expensive part was the shipping. Go figure. Switches themselves only a couple bucks a piece, but shipping was an absolute killer to Canada like it usually is. Okay, today I'm back on the Fostex. This is the D5 with the bad switches. I got a box in from Mauser, but a rip-off company. Not that the switches are expensive, it's just the shipping to Canada is out of this world. So for that, it's like, it was over $30 for that box. For 2 little switches. But that's what we deal with these days. I know some people will say, well, just have it shipped down to the States and go down to the States and get it, because I do have a post box in the States. However, it's not that much cheaper to have it sent to Point Roberts, and then I have to pay the people at the package receiving place. I have to pay them to receive the package. So I have to pay them I think it's $5.50 US to receive the package. So there's not a heck of a lot of savings, plus then I have to make a trip down to get it. But when you're faced with getting a specialty part like that, you pretty much have to pay the price. So I'm going to mount these 2 switches. There's one up for the front here and one in the back, and that should get this one functional. So there's the switch there, so when the cassette is loaded, it activates that switch. We'll just reattach the wires, and I got to do the one on the front, which is going to be a little more difficult to get to that one, but I have to probably pull the front off of it to get to it. But wires are reconnected. Let's take the front switch out. I think probably the easiest way to do this would be just to remove the deck, as it's just held in place with 4 screws, and I should be able to just swing the deck up at least enough that I can get to the switch without having to disconnect anything else. And then we can take a look at what the bottom end of this deck looks like. Okay, this should lift out now so that I can get to that. And I got ribbon cables here that are really quite short, so I don't have a lot of room, but I can get to the switch right there to switch it out. So get to the switch to switch it out. Ha 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 ha. So I pulled the deck out completely, as it just makes it a little bit easier to work on. time for testing. I guess I'll find out pretty quick whether this is going to work or not. Search to the next track. Yep, it's working. Okay, let's rewind it. We'll do a test recording on it and then get this one out of here. As I got so much other stuff that's got to be done here. I'm tripping over stuff because so much stuff has come in the past week or so. I got like 4 boxes of stuff that has come in, which I'm not going to get to this week just because I'm busy with so many other projects. Got a tape I can record on here. Okay, we're going to hit the record button here and just start recording this recording. I've just got the XLR plugs plugged into the back. Yeah, I know my levels aren't set very loud. I'm only recording at about minus 20 dB. I don't have the MP3 player turned up that loud. Okay, let's just play this back. Okay, play. That's me changing the balance control. So it's playing. I guess this one's done now. It's recording and playing. Two new switches for the tape compartment, so it'll open and close. We give the mode switch a shot of cleaner while I had it apart. Nothing melt shots too on this one. It seems to be working okay. So we're going to close this one off and say thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. And here's something else I just want to point out before I put the top on this thing. This looks like, I think the guy that sent me this bought it off eBay. And this is the problem when you buy this stuff off eBay. You don't know who's been into it or what work has been done. First of all, things are loose. Look at the power transformer. I just noticed this. Like somebody's had that apart. They haven't screwed it down. The screws are loose. Like, really loose. I wonder what else is loose on here. Take a look at the ICs over here. Somebody's been in here reflowing ICs. That's a mess, that one. Right? That's a mess. And that one's obviously been worked on as well. Right? Because they didn't leave the factory like that. That's been reworked. Just a word of caution when you're buying stuff off of eBay. A lot of this stuff has been worked on. People bodge things together just to try to make them work for 5 minutes and then they sell them. So just a word of warning for anybody buying this old stuff. This is very old equipment and it requires a lot of maintenance to keep it running. Thanks for watching.